YouTube? It's Mojo here, heading back to top 10 best Battle Royale games of all time. I mean, yeah, I took off the hat finally and got a haircut. Well, anyways, okay, I want to have curly hair, and I'll show you the picture right there. And yeah, in order for that, I gotta like take care of it, sponge it, put some gel on it, you know, and like just wait for my sides to grow back. And yeah, so yeah, wish you like, comment, subscribe to notifications, something else here, and subscribe to Twitter. I believe this is a download video. My best Battle Royale games, in my opinion: Fortnite, Apex, Call of Duty, PUBG. Like, those are the only Battle Royale games I play, only. And yeah, those are the only Battle Royale games I play. And let's get to it, guys.
The Battle Royale genre has been around for a little less than a decade now, but it's been in the shadows for most of that time.
What type of Battle Royale game
in
is
2015, well, it started gaining traction, and then 2017, it completely blew up. Today,
yeah,
Battle Royale games are a staple of the industry, and today, I want to go through gaming history and give you guys some picks for the 10 best Battle Royale games of all time. Now, this is a huge subjective list, and it's a very hard list to do. Welcome to Chaos Gaming, everybody. Do me a favor. Make sure you subscribe with those notifications on for all the gaming content you can handle. Also, keep in mind, we're going to be looking at full games on this list. No mods. If we were looking at mods, the original Battleground mods for Arma 2 and DayZ would be on here, but no. Just full games and game mode. So hopefully that's fair. Drop a like, guys. Let me know what your favorite BR game is of all time. And here we go. We're going to start off with the Darwin Project. Released in early access in 2018, and then version 1.0 in early 2020. It's a Battle Royale game developed and published by Scavenger Studio. It's a much smaller scale for games in that genre, but it's extremely tense and very unique. Because of the small lobby, only 10 people, mistakes are all more punishable. And one slip up could mean your demise. It also means every engagement with an enemy player is extremely tense because you're not fighting for the 88th spot or the 67th spot. You're literally fighting for top 10 right out of the gate. You're also going to be doing battle with the environment itself. You have to deal with the elements, and you have to use them to set traps to your advantage. The Darwin Project is really fun, and it's a unique take on a BR game, but it never really got mainstream attention or success, which led to the servers kind of drying up. Now, the developers announced earlier this year they're stopping the updates for the game and the servers. They'll keep running until the end of 2020, but it might shut down after that. Maybe it gets a resurgence. Maybe people go try it out and they like it. I don't know, but if you want a chance to try it, you need to hurry. At number 9, and this may shock some people,
Royale.
Royale. Now, you know, this was a Battle Royale spinoff of Paladins, and it shares some similarities in the art style and universe. The two games, they play differently, though. Realm Royale makes use of a class system that gives you some abilities when you spawn, and then you go around the map, you can collect shards, you can use them for currency, stations where you can craft stuff, new potions, abilities, weapons, all that stuff, a concept that Call of Duty later borrowed in Warzone. The combat in Realm Royale is actually pretty dynamic. It's not just about shooting the enemy until they're dead. You've got the guns, you've got the offensive abilities, you've got the defensive abilities, you've got movement abilities, you've got potions. The time to kill is extremely long. The combat in the game is actually tough to get a grip on, but once you do, it's actually super fun and actually pretty satisfying.
Yeah, it actually
is still pretty populated, I know. Despite being out of the public eye for so long, it's free to play with crossplay, so if you want something different, give it a try. At number 8, the Culling. One of the earliest standalone Battle Royale games. The Culling is the perfect example of a game that was great.
So this Battle Royale game was in first person.
But then the developers, they got greedy, and now it's a joke. Released in early access in 2016, it had 16 players drop onto an island with weapons and gear spread out, and you had 25 minutes to hunt down the other players and become the last person standing. It was fast-paced, it was simple, the setting was cool. It led to becoming one of the more popular games on Steam in 2016. However, following the release of games like H1Z1 and PUBG, the Culling started to lose its appeal. It still does have a dedicated fan base, but it just can't keep up with the competition. The developers rushed out a sequel called The Culling 2, which was a complete and utter piece of crap, and then they shut down the servers for the original game, which just pissed off the community even more. Then, just to make matters worse, earlier this year, the developers came out and said they wanted to revive the original game, but as a subscription service instead of just a normal free-to-play game like every other BR. That was the final nail in the coffin. It sucks because the culling had a good foundation. At number 7, Call of Duty Blackout. Now, Blackout was Call of Duty's very first attempt to capitalize on the Battle Royale craze, and while there are certain things that could have been handled better, I think it was a solid game.
Call of Duty has a lot of games.
In late 2018.
It has a
People
lot
were
of
upset
games.
about how it was replacing the traditional single-player campaign. I don't think people were expecting it to be as good as it was. Most people just expected it to be this lazy cash grab, but no. It was actually really good. Blackout kept that super smooth movement and shooting of Black Ops 4, but on a much larger map, more detailed bullet physics, a ton of attachments and vehicles for you to goof around with. It was super fun, but I think it was distributed wrong. It was a huge mistake. There's no reason this game should have been locked into Black Ops 4. If this game had been released as a standalone for free or even $15, it would probably still be popular. You can find people playing Blackout, I mean, still, even with Warzone out, which shows you it was a great starting point for the Call of Duty BR titles. Apex Legends at number 6 just keeps going. Hero Shooter Battle Royale Hybrid launched in 2019 out of nowhere. The experience was excellent. Instead of being a solo experience like most BR games, Apex is a dedicated team game. It requires teams of either 2 or 3. It also makes use of a cast of characters complete with their own unique passive, tactical, and ultimate abilities. Like what you would want in a hero shooter. And since it runs on the same engine as Titanfall, the shooting and movement in Apex is silky smooth. It allows for some really awesome engagements, and since the time to kill is long, battles are fun. Getting good at Apex is tough. That's why people love it so much. It's a very demanding game, and that is good. Apex is such a unique BR. While it's been kind of on the down low this season, I can see it making a big comeback in the near future. It just keeps going. At number 5, Call of Duty Warzone. Jimmy, why is Warzone at number 5? Well, hear me out. It's been dominating Twitch and YouTube for the last few months, and it's well-deserved.
People really love this
Call of Duty's second attempt at a big battle royale mode, and personally, I think its league's better than Blackout.
It honestly became really popular.
Based on Modern Warfare right now, as opposed to Black Ops, and there were some pretty key changes to the formula. It has a much heavier reliance on team play and communication, and the attachments were removed entirely. Instead, all the guns are pre-kitted. You can make custom loadouts. You can get supply drops in it. It's a much, much bigger experience, way bigger map, bigger lobbies, and it still feels faster paced than Blackout did, which is impressive. And it's completely free to play. Cross-play across the board. That makes the community massive. Now, here's where you're probably going to get a little upset. Ring of Elysium over Warzone? Hear me out. The game used to be awesome. It's still got a decent player base. It's nowhere near what it was. But it did popularize a lot of really important things in the Battle Royale genre. Namely, it helped popularize the concept of spawning the players in with a low-level gun, which made the opening skirmishes a lot less RNG dependent because the fights could start right away. Ring of Elysium also popularized mobility items, gliders, grapple hooks, snowboards. Although if you ask me, snowboards needs to be in way more BR games. It would be fun. Then you got down to the core gameplay. It was smooth. The shooting felt good. The gun sounds were good. They were super punchy. In the ways it deviated from traditional BR games was great. It's a pretty accepted idea that Ring of Elysium started losing people after it moved away from its original snow resort setting and into more tropical sports one. But the game still has dedicated fans. They support it.
Sounds fun.
I know a few people who adored the game back when it was bigger, and maybe it'll make a comeback. At number 3, Fortnite. Before you throw every dislike bomb you have at me,
people
hear me up.
Some people
I know the game's not in a great state right now. Epic Games went way too far in the wrong direction. They totally lost sight of their original design philosophy. They seriously dropped the ball when it comes to staying on top of the multiplayer world. But with all that being said, still one of the biggest, most influential VR games of all time. It didn't get popular out of nowhere. It got popular because it was fun. Fortnite VR dropped in late 2017, but it didn't catch on until early 2018. And from that point up until early 2019, it was a blast. It was simple, but deep. It was casual, but still a high skill gap. The cartoony art style made it easier to spot people and thus made the game much faster paced than other BR games on the market. And to top all that off,
Fortnite became really popular
constantly adding fun limited
back
time
in
modes
2018
and character skins. Maybe it's lost its way now. I know.
It became really popular, dude.
It was fun. At number 2,
like everyone started
playing King of the Hill. Rest in peace. It was one of the earliest standalone Battle Royale games, and it was definitely the first to start blowing up on Twitch. Released on Steam in 2016, it was a very basic Battle Royale game with large lobby counts, a giant map, and an incredibly entertaining spectator experience. That's what blew it up. Everybody knows Battle Royale games do well on Twitch because they're exciting to watch, and even if you didn't like playing the game, it was fun to watch. This is the game that really kick-started the streaming careers of people like Ninja, Tifa.
Battle games are always like
Following
that.
the release of PUBG, H1 started losing its player base, and it just couldn't keep up, unfortunately. But this thing really kicked off the craze. And at number 1 today,
PUBG, man.
I'm going with PUBG. isn't
Well,
exactly everyone's favorite BR, and there's a lot of problems,
I
and nobody
played
can deny the
on
insane
mobile
impact
PUBG,
it had on the
PUBG
BR
mobile.
genre as a whole. We really wouldn't be where we are today if it wasn't for PUBG.
I mean, PUBG's fun.
Released
it's fun.
in Steam,
it's really
early
fun.
access 2018. Then it got its full 1.0 release in December of the same year. Then it started getting mobile and console ports everywhere.
PUBG's
The gameplay
really
is
fun.
very basic, but the inventory system is much more complex than other games, which
Yeah.
added depth to it. It did. The shooting was much more
Giant
complex as well,
vehicles,
and there's multiple
you know.
ways you could stand and multiple ways to shoot and
Shoot some
spot
kids.
enemies. It was impressive. It's also worth noting that the game didn't get any big marketing push until well after it blew up. It got big solely on the word of mouth,
fun game,
and that
man.
deserves to be commended
Really
because
is.
that means it was fun. People enjoyed it. And there you have it, my friends. That's my list of the top 10 best Battle Royale games of all time. I probably should have put Minecraft on here. I apologize. You let me know where we got it
Minecraft's not a
right,
Battle
where we
Royale
got it
game.
wrong. Put one game on here that deserved to be on here that wasn't, and I'll see you guys soon.
All right. That's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So yeah, man. Those are the top 10 best Battle Royale games of all time. The games I think I like. You know, I like Fortnite, Apex Legends, Call of Duty Mobile, and PUBG. One of my favorite games. And yeah, like those are comment down below what are your favorite Battle Royale games that you play online. But anyways, if you like, comment, subscribe to the kids. Don't miss getting to us on Twitter. I'll put this on the video, and peace out, guys.